Hi, Alex. Thank you for coming in and seeing me. How can I help you?
Okay. So I just started a new job and I moved here. And I graduated college, and I feel like I'm not going anywhere in my job. Like my coworkers don't really even know me. I called in sick for the only actual presentation that I've had to do. I feel like I'm not succeeding.
Yeah. What made you call in sick?
Well, I was so sure it was going to go wrong and that I was going to end up getting fired because of it.
Yeah.
So I just decided it would be better not to go in at all.
Yeah.
But I feel like just doing that made it so that I also put myself in a situation where they don't trust me to do things, and
Yeah.
it's like everything I do is destined to like not advance me. And
It seems pretty bad. Like I can see you're feeling it right now.
yeah, it's like I feel so overwhelmed by this like worry.
Yeah.
Like there's this like my chest feels tight, and I feel like I don't know, like I can't do anything without it going wrong.
Yeah. 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 And you want somebody to be able to help you to feel kind of better about it.
That's
right?
that's what I want.
Right.
I mean, I used to be able to. I need to figure out how to not worry to the point that I can't actually live my life.
Yeah. Like you're so worried all the time that you can't like go to work or
Yes,
it affects other areas too.
Absolutely. And it's just, but I don't know how to make it stop.
Yeah.
Is the problem.
Yeah. And that's what you'd like me to do, is to help you figure out how to make it stop.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And what about, like, are you afraid too? Do you feel fear too?
Yes. I mean, it's more, I mean, I guess fear is the right word, but I feel more like, it's like, I feel so anxious. Like there's this like, and there's like an energy that is with it too, but it's like, it's just so overwhelming. And I
like if you could just like take a deep breath and relax or something.
Well,
that might
if
help.
I could take a deep breath and relax, then it would be an easier problem to solve.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That something more than just being able to just sort of just relax and maybe like think less anxious thoughts, right?
Right. It's like every thought I have spirals to the worst case scenario, and I feel like every possible option is going to lead to my failure.
Yeah. So even if you thought like of things that, positive things, like that you might not fail, or that things, like you're only getting started, for example, and right, there's lots of room to make mistakes. And
yes, but there's also not room to make mistakes because I just started. Like just what you just said is like, it's like I am new to this job, and so there's no reason for them to keep me if I'm not doing well.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I can see how anxious you're feeling just right here, right? Like I even feeling anxious for you.
Yeah. I mean, well,
yeah.
I mean, this situation isn't exactly not anxiety producing.
I know. But I know I can help you. I know we can think of ways, like work together and think of ways that we would be able to like get you to feel less worried. Like that seems like that's the big piece, is that your mind is like filled with worry all the time, and it's hard to let that go.
Yeah, but it's not like so much. I don't know that it's like letting it go. It's like, I don't know. it's so like attached to me that I don't. It's not. I need to figure out some sort of way that I don't feel like this. That it's not.
Yeah.
This isn't my first thought.
Yeah, yeah. Have you always felt this way? You think you've always felt worried about everything?
My mom has always made fun of me for like being a worrier and like always
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But it's never been to the point where I like.
So
I didn't.
bad.
My high school and college experience, like I had a good life. I had lots of
Yeah,
friends.
yeah.
I did well in school.
Yeah.
All those sorts of things. And now it's like all of a sudden it's like this. It's just so overwhelming.
Yeah, like you're afraid it's going to be bad from now on, right?
Yeah.
It's never going to get better.
I feel like that I'm stuck here, and
Yeah.
there's nothing I can do to change that.
Yeah, yeah. I really want to be able to help you so that you can feel less stuck and feel less anxious. And it sounds like it's really bad right now, but it's been kind of there your whole life, right?
But it was just worry. It was like normal before.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I don't know. I feel like sick. Like
Yeah.
I feel it in my body in a way that I didn't. It used to be just like in my head, and I could talk myself out of it. And now
No.
it's like every part of me is like shutting down, and
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know how I'm supposed to be
Yeah.
able to just fix that. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Here.
thank you.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I can see how upset you are and how, and I think I can help you. Like, I think we can work together and maybe work on your breathing maybe a little bit, or maybe your body tension a little bit.
I can breathe, and I
Yeah.
can, but it's, I don't.
It's worse than that.
Yeah, it's not just a matter of like taking deep breaths, because that's what everybody always says is just, take deep breaths. But
yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
like, just fix this. Like, if I could just take deep breaths and things would be fine,
yeah.
then I'd be fine, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't be in therapy.
Yeah, yeah. I can see where it might even make it feel worse to think it's so bad that here you are like talking to a stranger.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't think of myself as somebody who needs to go see a therapist.
Yeah. You didn't think of yourself as being like a person who, right? But sometimes therapy is the best way, right? To kind of figure out like some strategy or some path that might.
Yeah, but I guess, like, why can't I just, talk to like somebody I know or somebody
Yeah.
I like I don't know you. No
Yeah,
offense.
no, that makes sense to me. Yeah, and sometimes anxiety can be like that. Like it can be more than just something that feels really out of your control, right? And getting some very specific techniques that might be able to help you more than just sort of breathing and feel more relaxed. Like sometimes anxiety can also be the way in which your thoughts race, right? And then your head gets all filled with thoughts and they race and,
Yes, I have like experience like it's more, yeah, it's like my thoughts get so out of control before I can even start to like be rational about it. But
Yeah.
but I don't know, like what do you mean by like techniques that are gonna like fix that?
Fix that? Yeah, that makes sense. I'm only getting started. Like I'm only starting to get to know you. And so just giving you a technique, like just off the bat without really knowing you, like the idea of what I just did about saying, maybe if you could breathe deeply or if you could relax, and you were kind of like, well, I'm not sure that's going to work, right? Like sometimes getting to know you a little better can help with that, even though I know I can sense that what you want is something that would fix you right away,
I mean,
Like
I'm trying to live my life.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I
yeah.
have like time to just like, I don't know, get to know
No,
you. Like,
yes.
I
Yeah.
just, I
Yeah.
want to feel better, and I want
Yeah.
to be able to do well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So I tell you what I'm worried about. I'm worried a little bit about that. I want you to, we may not be able to fix this in a single session, and I want you to come back.
okay.
Right? And so even if I can't make you feel less anxious in this session, would you come back?
I mean, I guess I don't really have any other options of how to fix
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just, I wish you had something that could help me get through until, at least until I see you next.
Yeah.
Because I can't keep showing up to work and not doing anything. And
yeah.
like
Yeah.
the guy in the cubicle next to me doesn't know my name because I've never said a word to him.
Because you're just feeling so anxious and
Well,
scared.
I'm sure that like
Yeah.
that he's like, why would he want to get to know me? I'm just
Yeah.
like basically a step above an intern, and like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
there's no reason for him to want that.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like you don't kind of even recognize the strengths that you have. Like I can see that you have a lot of strengths, right? And it's like you don't even recognize it. And you know, also sometimes people who have a lot of anxiety, sometimes they go on medication, right? Have you ever thought about that?
I mean, I don't want to be like drugged up every day. I'm not trying to like change my personality. I just I want to be able to cope, I guess.
Yeah. Well, really what I want you to do is to come back. You think that you'll maybe come back for another session? And maybe we could talk more about medication and about other strategies?
I mean, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.